this forever be the best steakhouse at Walt Disney World property?
Princess DeBear here today. We're at Epcot, hanging out in Victoria Gardens. It's time to return to
Le Cellier.
It is, after all, storm season here in Florida, so we're going to brave the storms and head to our favorite steakhouse on property. We're going to enjoy some foodie entertainment. There have been changes. When there are changes, we are here to show them to you. Remember, she's vegan. I'm not. Just stop and sniff the flowers.
It's time to foodie and chill.
Regional table bread, a multigrain with sourdough mixed together, and then pretzel bread. All of the bread is vegan.
This pretzel, though, I guess it is the same size. It's a little burnt, I feel like, from like the normal pretzel, but this pretzel, I feel like, is a rival to the Germany Pavilion. This is so good. This one is a little overcooked, so it's a little more dry than they usually are. They're usually like top tier. So I wouldn't discredit them just because these ones are a little overcooked. They're usually a 5, but today they're like a 3.75 out of 5 pretzels. Germany wins today, but Canada usually wins.
Here we have the bread service here at the Le Cellier, the cellar, if you will. They used to have the bread for every province. We had 4, now it's reduced to 2. But the bread here is still good, and it's plant-based as is. They do have a nice vegan butter, the Earth Balance for the Princess. Me, I get a maple salted butter. Bread looks a little bit hard today. The bread is excellent. The outside's a bit tough today. Like maybe we didn't get a fresh batch. Inside, so nice, soft, warm. Outside, quite the chew. The maple butter, I love here. And you get the slightest hint of the sweetness, and then the salted butter. It's an excellent sort of contrast with flavor profile. It's peak bread. 4 out of 5 flaws.
We got an interesting white, and I don't usually get whites, but I figured I would try one. It's vegan, it's nice. There's not a lot of vegan options when it comes to drinks at Le Cellier. All of their mixed drinks are not vegan. Ice wine is not vegan. It's sweet, it's light. It'll pair well with like a salad, fish, or something like that. I'm not getting any of that, so I'm just gonna enjoy it by itself and give it 4 out of 5 whites.
A nice, crispy, white grape juice. Yes, the princess got a bottle. Yes, I'm gonna help her with it. But for now, I'm just putting my dirty bare lips in her glass. I love the maple leaf on the glass. Themed glasses, we love that. Ooh. Okay. Very tart. Very fruit forward. Like, it's tart, but you still get the sweetness of the grape. I think there's like a fruit blend in there I'm getting from. I can't tell if it's grapes, obviously. And then apples or apricots. One of the two. It's very sweet on the front end, but not like overly sweet. Nice crisp finish. I like that. Honestly, it'd probably go well with my entree. I would give it 3.75 out of 5 flaws.
This beer is vegan.
So we have the Yuna Brewery. It's the same brewery that makes Lafage Dumont. They happen to make a lot of beers that I like because I am in love with basically anything with Belgian at the front. Even if it's not actually Belgian, you can probably lie to me and tell me it's Belgian. I would drink it anyway. I'm that easy to convince, especially when it comes to tasty beers. But it's got to be tasty though. No nasty beers, tasty beers only. I love that. It's a Belgian wheat. Belgian style wheat, not just a Belgian wheat. You know, that sparkle you get, like you see a nice chandelier, something nice and pretty. You sit back, look at it, you're awed a bit. That's what it tastes like. That feeling as a flavor. It's nice and smooth. None of like the heaviness or thickness you get with Lafage. It's a nice, crisp beer. If you want to branch out, a little bit further than say the Bud Lights, I think this is more crafty, but not something that's going to have you trying to choke down sandpaper in a glass. I'll give it 4 out of 5 points.
Plant-based poutine, vegan and gluten-free.
Always off menu, or should I say, always available but never on the menu, the plant-based poutine. We have been getting this poutine every single time we've come here, except for brunch, when they didn't have it for brunch. But got Violife and Miyoko's with this beautiful sauce. Cheers. It's just so smoky and tasty and delicious. It's consistently good. And don't get mad if you just want to come to Cellier and get poutine and leave. Tons of people do that. Come here, sit, enjoy the AC, enjoy the lovely poutine. Better than anything you're ever going to serve at like Freshman or anything like that. This is fire. It is a 5 out of 5. It is a Princess's item. Always order the poutine.
The often imitated, never duplicated plant-based poutine here at Cellier. They will tell you that you get poutine many places here at Walt Disney World. This is the only place where it even nears anywhere authentic on property. I know that refreshment court will claim that they have poutine. That is not poutine. That's weird fries and gravy. You want poutine? You walk your button here, get on the walk-up list, and you get the poutine. If you only get the poutine, you will leave happy. Remember, it's your vacation. Do it your way. Big shout out to community member Omar, a recent Canadian that we ran into at Anna Lodge, and actually tried to buy us a drink. Sorry we were in a little hurry that night, but we're doing this for you. Miyoko's cheese curds, the thick gravy. Look at that. Look at that. If there's ever any sort of like quick service window, say upstairs, that offers the Cellier poutine, it's over for the rest of the World Showcase. I will never listen to you start Mexico people ever again. If they ever get any sort of quick service legitimate poutine here, you're done. I live in Canada from then on. I will transplant myself and become an unofficial Canadian. It's a 5 out of 5 clause on the Mary Necessities list. It's this poutine or nothing.
Braised Wagyu beef Ragu. The Wagyu Ragu.
Definitely a classic.
Here's one of the brand new items that summoned us here back to the cellar. The Wagyu Ragu, a brand new dish on the appetizer. It is Wagyu in a tomato-based sauce. You have a little bit of pasta in here, some pieces of Parmesan cheese, the big cuts of it, and then you have like a beef cheek shredded Wagyu in here as well. I feel like beef cheek is like the trendy meat item lately because we had beef cheek here recently at Topolino's. We went there. Go check the video out. It'll be like this corner or that corner. One of the corners. We'll make sure it's up there. But it's a really tender, savory piece of meat. The cut isn't like a steak cut. It's like more of a like one of those like dirty shredded cuts. But the flavor you get in that, like the way that it soaks in sauces and the way that it tastes, is a really unique thing I think you need to try. This is a very northern, like it's a very Canadian dish. I think it fits in well here at Cellier, especially given the different cuts of steak and everything else you can get. It's a very nice addition to the menu. I'm gonna give it 3.5 out of 5 claws. It's savory, but I would probably still rather have the poutine.
Braised mushrooms. Modified vegan and gluten-free.
We veganized the mushrooms. Yes, we ordered the mushrooms. They're new, so we ordered them. And they're vegan. Now, typically, if you order them regular, they have some cream in them and butter, but these ones are just sauteed. So, I commit to my mistakes because it's new. It's actually not terrible. It's seasoned perfectly. I think if it wasn't seasoned so well, I probably wouldn't like it. So it's actually like a 4.5 out of 5 mushrooms. I love it. Surprisingly, like I wouldn't. This is not normal for me to love mushrooms. Like, oof, I love it.
You have some Disney restaurants that'll serve you things in cast iron skillets that are cast plastic. Cellier, actual cast iron. That is a mark of quality. But sauteed mushrooms, like I said, you normally get cream and some butter. But a well-cooked dirt room, I can get on board with that. My only regret is they don't give me superpowers. Ooh. Nice forking. This is the new bar for how you cook mushrooms. I love the way they're cooked and the way the salt just brings out that mushroom flavor. And not like the earthiness of it you normally get in the aftertaste. Super tasty. Very shareable portion. The side tier of Cellier, because the steakhouse, trimmed towards large. The side is definitely shareable between 2 people. So definitely remember that when you order. Even if you say had 3 of you, I think you guys can easily share a single side. Or even like 2 sides. It's not to like overload yourself. Like one side in Cellier, extremely big. This are very tasty. I don't often sit on mushrooms because I'm not like the anti-mushroom person the Princess is. I actually quite like them when they cook well. And this is now the bar for mushrooms. 4 out of 5 plus.
Crispy Brussels sprouts. They're back. Modified vegan and gluten-free.
Our beloved Brussies are back. They were gone for a minute, and we were all sad and we lamented, and Bear and I went to like all the other signature dining restaurants trying to find a replacement for our beautiful Brussies from here. I think the only place that got close was the Turf Club with their Brussels sprouts appetizer. But now that Le Cellier has brought the Brussels sprouts back and they can make them vegan, let's see how they are. Ooh, I got 2 Brussies. I'm only gonna eat 1 because this is a lot. Oh my god. Fried and sweet to perfection. This is totally what the old Brussies tasted like, and I'm here for it. Love it. 5 out of 5. Princess City's item. If you do not order the Brussels sprouts every time that you come to Le Cellier, you are missing out on a big piece of a beautiful meal. You gotta do it.
Here we have the return of the Brussels sprouts. These, for a long time, the king of Brussels sprouts you get at Walt Disney World. These are our favorite Brussels sprouts on property, and the restaurant that actually got us started cooking Brussels sprouts at home on the regular. If the princess asks for any vegetable at the house, and it's not broccoli, it's going to be Brussels sprouts. Every single time. Now, normally these do come as a maple bacon marinade, but these are just like a hint of maple and then roasted, nice thick Brussels sprouts. You got a nice char to them, a nice cook. I still have not perfected this cook at home. One day I will get close. Maybe. They still chew like Brussels sprout candy, like that skin, a nice sweet taste, and you get the savory of the Brussels. You miss nothing deleting the bacon. They're still extremely good Brussels sprouts. They know they brought their Brussels well. That's an excellent dish. I give it 4.25 out of 5.
The mushroom tart. Vegan.
This is the mushroom tort. This mushroom tort is like, I want to say 1.5 times bigger than the one that I had the last time that we came here. The thing that I love about this mushroom tort is the presentation. Last time I was not able to have them pour for me. I poured myself, and I really wanted to order this so I could see how it was meant to be poured, and I did it all wrong. So I'm glad I did it this time. It is bigger, so I'm a little scared about that. I loved this though. I love the tortilla as well. The tortilla was amazing. So I'm sad that that one was short-lived, and this one is stuck around for a little bit longer. But it is a mushroom dish that I like. So let's go back in for another try and see if it's as good as it was the last time I had it. Not as good as the last time that I had it. Actually more of like a ragu-y, like a mushy mushroom. I like the side mushrooms better than I like my main. Not my jam as much as it was last time. Now I regret ordering this, but I'm going to give it like a 2 out of 5. I'm going to take it home, and I'm probably going to pawn it off to Bear later. but I like the crust, so I guess I have that one.
The mushroom tort. This is the elevated fine dining that the plant-based community, the vegan community has been hoping for. Obviously not new, but we got this last time. But we were basically just getting like a mushroom tart. It's like a mushroom pie almost. You got potatoes, nice, thick, savory meaties with these thick potatoes, the mushroom base, and then the tart. It's a lot going on in there. Just try to get a little bit of everything. I don't think it's the sauce. I think the base of the mushrooms, what they're like cooked and like simmered in, that flavor feels a bit different than before. It's giving like a wine reduction that wasn't reduced enough, so it's like, it feels like it didn't get all the way there, so the sauce is a little bit thin and it's a bit sharp. It's still got like a good savoriness to it. It still feels like an elevated mushroom dish to tart. Still works really well. I just don't think this is the best execution of the dish that we've had coming here. I'm gonna have to also give it a 2. It's edible, but I know that it can be better.
Canadian black cod, pescatarian and gluten-free.
Here we have the new sea-based dish that replaces my beloved halibut. The halibut dish here literally sent me ratatouille style back in my memories of my childhood living in Alaska, that sort of Great White North sort of era. Now you have a little pieces of Canadian black cod with some mini petite potatoes, tomatoes, and then a sauce Vieille, a little bit of green on top. You do have a few pieces of the chopped fish, of 2, and the 3 pieces of the black cod with a nice sear on it. I'm very curious, because this presentation was not what I was expecting. But if the flavor's there, who cares how it looks? Go have another bite. I was missing a little bit of the sauce. The sauce does add a bit of like punch and tartness to it. It's a very of the ocean fish, so you're getting a ton of the ocean flavor. You bite into that skin, nice and crispy, like a fish potato chip. You will taste like you just bit into the beach. Fish is good, but I like the lightness in the sauce and potatoes. It is not as good as the halibut. But this is a restaurant that's very seasonal in its offerings. They change with the seasons and the availability. Halibut would be a seasonal fish. Cod coming in, it's not a surprise to me. Halibut may return at some point. For now, it's an okay dish, but I do miss the halibut the second I take a bite into it. I'd give this 3.5 out of 5 claws. It's a worthy dish, not a worthy replacement. Even with the change in the menu, some differences, the Cellier, I still feel retains its title.
This is our, I think I've said this previously, our 9th or 10th review at Le Cellier. We love Le Cellier. Shout out to Chef Tony. Shout out to William, our amazing server, who signed our book twice now.
Yes.
And killed it with the signatures.
The team here, the cast members here are absolutely amazing. They will do their best to show you an amazing time and educate you about their province. They're super nice, super sweet every single time. We love coming here. We come here for a reason. We said before, come here, try a little bit, try a lot of bit. This is a steakhouse for you, and you, and you,
yes.
and you, and
yes.
you, and you, and you.
And I will say, as somebody who has journeyed through Canada myself, the hospitality that you receive at Le Cellier is equal to any amazing tour that you would get inside Canada. It's just so amazing, so beautiful, so hospitable.
But I need to know, I need to understand personally why you visit other steakhouses and don't come here.
It's the best one.
It's literally the cellar.
And the
it's
best.
the place where all the good stuff is kept.
And the best.
Yes, and the best. I need you to tell me your excuse in the comments below. Now, if there's anything else you can see us do, if you would like us to visit some inferior steakhouses, you are welcome to be wrong in the comments below.
Not yachtsmen.
If there's anything, yes, not yachtsmen. If there's anything else you like to see us do, that will always be a place to find us. Hit that notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, a boot Saturday.
we'll see you soon.
And not a bad boot, because we're going to take the pasta all around and just about it all. Because nobody's blaming Canada for anything.
You heard the girl. But blame Canada.
It is a real country anyway.